On the wings by Ian DeBow. And Hardt and Brewer are in the center circle, and the tip is controlled by the Huskies. We are underway, and glad you're along. Huskies will have the first offensive look, and they'll move left to right as you listen in and look on here in the home white uniforms. Ian DeBose has it right side and gets a screen from Hardt. Thought about a three, but instead feeds it down in the blocks to Hardt. He'll back down, turn around, get it up off the window for two. Ed has started to make that his signature move, and he does it well there. And the Huskies are on the board for first. 2-0 is our score. Keith Charleston for the Lions not getting the start tonight. He had started every game up to now. I don't believe he's even dressed tonight. Here's a jumper from outside, won't go. Veal gets it back. He's going to put up a three and rattles it down through. Marlon Veal can and will shoot without a conscience. He has not met a shot he doesn't like, and he is a good shooter. Gives them a 1-point lead, 3-2. Feedback down, low post to Hardt again. Cross court, he goes right side to Bonds. They'll swing it back around the arc. Ollie Lynch-Daniels into the corner to McKenzie. He's going to put up a baseline three off the mark. And the rebound is controlled by Julian for the Lions. Off on the run. They're going to take off Brewer. Can't finish it off, and the Huskies will clear it. McKenzie there for the board and gets it off the Bond. An attack on offense. The Huskies doing a little attacking of their own there. The foul was called before the shot attempt, so Huskies inbounded on the baseline, and Bonds has it out top. Dribbles on the left angle, lob down low in for Ian DeBose, and Ian takes the feed and drops it off the glass for two. He's got his first points of the night. The Huskies leading scorer at 19 a game. And they're back up by one, 4-3. Veal goes to Gonzalez, puts up the jumper, won't go. Rebound cleared by the Huskies. Oliver Lynch-Daniels will bring it up. Leave it for DeBose, right side angle. Take it to the middle, stops at the free throw circle. Send it down low, intended for Ed Lyons. 4-3 our score, 17:43 to go in the first half of play. Julian with the dribble, left to right across the top of the arc. Sends it backside to Veal, and he loses it off his foot. Bonds with the steal. On the run, 2-on-2. He's going to put it up and off the glass for two. Bonds got a step on the defenders. Brewer tried to get back and swat it away, but good positioning of the body by Braxton. And he used that as his shield to get it up off the glass. Now here's a feed down low. Julian sends it to Greenwood, and Greenwood left alone. Gets the bucket off the window, and it's 6-5. Huskies by one. McKenzie goes down inside to Hardt. He gets Greenwood on his backside, and Greenwood's looking for a foul, and Hardt's got the bucket. He's got four, and the Huskies are back up by three. 16:50 to go. Veal's going to fire another three, and he's going to find the range one more time. Marlon Veal, the senior from New Orleans and Helen Cox High School. He's got 6 of their 8, and we're all knotted up now. Bonds with the basketball from Lynch-Daniels. Gives it right back to him. They go left side to DeBose. Down on the baseline to McKenzie. Into the paint to Hardt. So the Huskies will give it back to the Lions, and the Lions will bring it up. 16:19 to go in the first half of play. Veal angles to the right side. Leaves it for Julian. Now Veal swings around left side. He's going to fire a three. This time it won't go. Gonzalez with the rebound to the Huskies. Ty Brewer averages about 14 minutes a game. He has played in every game this season for them, but we see, again, that this is his first start of the year. So maybe a little bit different feel for Brewer starting the game instead of coming off the bench. Lynch-Daniels with the dribble, right side, going to feed it down low to Hardt. Back to the basket, and Greenwood on his hip, going to turn around, tries to go up, and we're going to get it was a three-point attempt. Huskies are 3 for 7. We're knotted up at 8, though, as the Lions bring it up into the forecourt. Veal leaves it back for Julian. He'll get a screen from Brewer, drives down, right angle, cut off, and sends it back out to Marlon Veal. He's going to try to set up shop out top. Drives into the paint, leave it down low for Brewer. couldn't hang on, but he'll save it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts up a jumper, won't go. And Hardt clears the glass for the Huskies. 15:09 to go, and the Huskies can take the lead on this possession. 8-8 is our score. Ollie Lynch-Daniels for a 3. Short, but McKenzie right there to pick it up. And he's in traffic and loses it. And up ahead with a run out is going to be Marlon Veal, and he'll lay it in for 2. Veal got into the paint, did a good job to try and put that one up, but just had it swiped away, and it went right to the Lions, and Veal got the run out and gives them the 2-point lead. DuBose into the left baseline to Bonds. He goes to the free throw line. First free throw here. And the second one will not stay down. So the Huskies trail by 1, 10-9, as the Lions head back up the floor. Jackson Stent has checked in for HBU. He picks up Brewer out in the high post. Julian with the dribble. Screen from Brewer. Gets it cross court. Right side to Greenwood. Spin around as he drives in. Shot won't go, but the rebound to the free throw line for 2. And the second free throw is perfect as well. But you need to tuck that away in the memory banks. You want to keep Marlon Veal off the free throw line late in this game if it comes down to that. DuBose gets it up to Jackson Stent. He takes it, but the offensive foul is called. That's the first one on Stent. He will sit down, and Ty Dalton will check in along with Quan Murphy for the Huskies. Dribbling out top, Julian stops, gets it back to Greenwood. He's going to fire up a jumper from the free throw circle and gets it to go. And suddenly, the Lions are up by 5, 14-9 with 13:34 to go. DuBose to Dalton, right side angle. He's picked up by Brewer. Looking inside, he's going to drive to the middle. Dish it off on the baseline left to Lynch-Daniels. He's going to take one dribble, pull up, pop from the wing. It won't go, off the iron and cleared by Brown, who's checked in. K-John Brown, he gets it off to Veal. For him is pop, drop. Brown to the baseline to Veal, and back out to Brown. Takes it into the middle, leave it in the corner for Julian from the left corner. He drains a 3, and now the lead is up to 8 as they have scored 7 in a row. 17-9, Huskies down. Here's a feed inside intended for Hardt. He's double teamed, and the pass is stolen away. Veal on the run, going to kick it out on the wing to Julian from the right side. He drains another. Murphy and Hardt, the 5 on the floor for Coach Cottrell. And it looks like Southeastern's going to drop back into a little zone defense here on this possession. Bonds angles right, out at the arc, gets it to Dalton, cross court to Murphy. He'll drive in, stop, pull up in the paint, and his shot went halfway down and rattled out, won't go. And the rebound cleared by the Lions. Good look that time for Quan Murphy, just couldn't finish it off. Here's Greenwood going to fire a 3, spins out, won't go, and Dalton gets the glass, almost had it knocked away, but he saves it to Bonds, and off they go. Braxton going to drive in from the left side, won't go, but Ed Hardt there to finish it up with the offensive board. Stops the bleeding momentarily, ends a 10-0 run, and brings the Huskies back to within single digits, 20-11. 11:45 yet to go till halftime, and Julian again with the dribble out top. Feeds it to Brown, drives into the paint, has it tipped away by Murphy, stolen by Bonds, off to DuBose, 3-on-2, and Ian's going to pull up and gets the little floater to go in. Julian hit the deck. He was trying to draw an offensive foul, but the official said no, and the Huskies are back to within 7, 4 in a row now for HBU. Greenwood has it left side for the Lions. Gets it to Jop. He finds Veal, and Veal's going to lob it down low to Greenwood on the baseline. Goes by Hardt, pulls up, and we're going to get field goal attempts. Still have not connected from the three-point line tonight. Basketball belongs to the Lions. Jeremiah Saunders is checked in. Who goes out top to Julian. They feed it down low to Greenwood, and Greenwood goes off the window for 2. The lead is 9, 26-17. Osuji back up the floor. Ian DeBose is checked back in. He gets the feed into the corner to Bonds. Back to DeBose, down low to Hardt. Ed's going to go up off the glass. Rolls off the iron and won't go down. And the Lions will bring it back up. Leading by 9, 5:40 to go till halftime. Huskies now one of their last 7 field goal attempts. Saunders to Gonzalez. Gonzalez right side. Dribbles to the left, gives it off to Julian, who will head back to the right angle. They play out beyond the arc. Osuji picks him up, but he gets a screen from Greenwood. Tries to go to the middle. Cut off there, and there's a shot clock violation. Lost track of the clock, and the Huskies get the ball back on the turnover. 26-17. Bonds brings it up. Into the front court, leaves it for Osuji out top. Swinging around to Ian DeBose. He's going to fire a 3 and won't go, but the rebound pulled down by Braxton Bonds, and Bonds will get it to go with a reversal up and under. He's got 4. Cuts it back down to 7, 26-19. Under 5 minutes to go till halftime. Greenwood out high, gets it to Jop. Tried to feed it to Gonzalez. Inbounding the ball, gets it into Julian. Down to 12 on the shot clock. Julian dribbles out beyond the arc. Looking to go inside, but he's going to fire up a 3 air ball instead, and it'll be Huskies basketball. Bonds will get it into DeBose, and the Huskies will bring it up. Again, another chance to cut into this lead a little bit more. Osuji out top. Finds DeBose, back cross-court right side to Osuji. Bounce pass down low intended for Hardt, and it's stolen away by Greenwood. And the Lions will bring it back up. Beal across the timeline, going to drive down right side. Penetration, he's 21 on the shot clock. Julian looking for help, gets it into Beal. Right side, and Osuji picks him up. Out beyond the arc. Swings a pass, cross court to the left, back out top to Veal. Now right side to Julian. Back to Veal, he's going to fire a 3 and got it. He has some kind of range and has given them a 10-point lead. He's got 15 now. The Huskies are down 29-19. Oliver Lynch-Daniels back out on the floor. Gets it to DeBose, gets it right back. Out top to Bonds. Bonds looks for help. Looks left, goes right to DeBose. He'll dribble back to the left. Swinging back around to Lynch-Daniels. He takes it right baseline, cut off. Leaves it backside for Bonds into the corner. Ian for a 3, and he got it. There's the first long-distance dial-up of the night for HBU. And maybe that'll get them off center here as they cut it back down to 7, 29-22. 3 minutes exactly to go in the first half. Down low, the Huskies almost with a steal. The ball is going to go out of bounds. Up at the half, we'll have the Huskies halftime report where we will look back at the first half stats. Also take a look around the conference on the scoreboard tonight. Also update you on the Huskies women over in Hammond tonight, taking on Southeastern Louisiana there. DeBose has the basketball out of the timeout. He dribbles down, tries to go up, and it's to go. Bonds gets it inbounds, left corner to Lynch-Daniels. Swings it across to DeBose. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ian backs it out. Got to get up a shot. And he will not get it off. Position to get up a shot. It was blocked anyway. But the Huskies will drop back on defense. Still trailing by 7, 29-22. Beal hands it off to Julian. Julian will angle to the left. Back out top to Greenwood. He'll leave it for Brown, who's picked up by Ian DeBose. Gives it to Marlon Beal. Beal almost lost. Not a lot of fouls called here in the first half of this one. Just 3 on the Lions, 5 on HBU. And we're under 2 minutes to go till halftime. Beal lob down low for Greenwood, and Greenwood goes straight up and off the window with it. On the nice little alley-oop lob. Dalton down low, feeds it. Huskies trying to cut it back down to more here. And he'll cut it down to 8 as the second one goes through. 31-23, 1:40 to go. Julian will bring it up. Ollie picks him up at the midcourt line. They give it off to Veal. Veal covered by Braxton Bonds. They get it to Greenwood, to Brown, back to Veal. Veal dribbles right side into the baseline. He goes to Greenwood, tries to put up a jumper over Hardt, won't go, but the rebound pulled down by Brewer, and his follow, his tip won't go. Greenwood with the rebound again. Another look for Brown, and finally the Huskies clear it after 4 misses by the Lions. They'll bring it back up, and DuBose has the dribble. Back out top to Lynch Daniels. He'll feed it down low to Ed Hardt. Ed goes up, and he's going to be lead with 8 minutes to go there. Southeastern's basketball as we're ready to go with second half action here, and we're underway as the Lions move left to right here in the second half in their road green uniforms. Julian will dribble down, bring it back out to the top, hand it off to Marlon Veal. Picked up by Bonds. Now they switch as Julian comes back out top. He's going to drive down, pushing off with his offhand, but no whistle there, and he feeds it down in the low blocks to Brewer, and Brewer drops it down through from about 10 feet out. He's got his first points of the ball game. The Huskies are down by 16, 39-23. Ollie Lynch Daniels to Phillip McKenzie, feed it down low to Hardt, turn around. Off here in the second half. Ed's got one more, and he gets it to go as well. 39-25. We roll down to the 19-minute mark. Field comes across the stripe. He's picked up by Bonds. Way out top. He dribbles to the left side. Looks for help, gets a screen from Greenwood. Now Hardt tries to switch off, steals it, and Bonds out with it. 3-on-1, Bonds to Hardt, and Ed loses it but saves it to Bonds. McKenzie puts up the shot. Ollie Lynch Daniels gets the rebound and puts it up and in. Well, a couple of opportunities there, but Oliver Lynch Daniels finally finishes it off, and the Huskies now cut it down to 12. 39-27. Brewer out top, going to go left side to Veal. Veal back cross court to Greenwood. Greenwood will stop in the free throw circle. Hardt picks him up, and Gonzalez didn't break free for an easy little backdoor look. Called for the personal instead. Inbound it. They get it out top to Veal. They want it in his hands as much as possible. Bounce pass back to Julian. Back to Veal. 3 from the top of the arc. And there it is. 20 points now for Marlon Veal. 42-27. We're under 18 to go. Veal seems to do this every time we see him against the Huskies. Lynch Daniels drives in, feeds it down low to Ed Hardt. Throw line for 2 here. Final season for the Lions. The Huskies will not shed too many tears for his departure. Hardt gets the second free throw to go. Huskies back 29, 17-29 to go. Bonds brings it up. Leaves it left side to McKenzie. McKenzie back to Bonds in the left corner. Dribbles back out to the top and feeds it to Lynch Daniels. Goes right wing to DuBose. Back to Ollie. Down low to Ed Hardt. Turn around with a little hook, and Ed finishes it off. He's got 13 now, and the Huskies are back to within 11. Ed, the leading scorer for the Huskies, 6 since halftime. Ed comes out, and Greenwood knocks him down. No whistle there. Veal takes the feed, drives in, floats it up, and can't get it to go. The rebound's going to be tipped and lost. Ed has the look on his face like, what do I have to do to get a foul called here? But the Huskies get possession anyway and can cut it back down to single digits with a bucket here. DuBose out top, Lynch Daniels swinging around to Bonds. Bonds back out to Ian, to Ollie right side, down low to Hardt. Kick it back out to Ollie for a 3 from the wing, short off the iron. The rebound going to be pulled down by Pop Jop. Jop will get it off to Veal, and Veal will bring it up. Jop checked in for Greenwood with those 3 fouls. Veal yo-yos on the right side, leaves it out top for Julian. He'll angle to the left, now back to the middle. Finds Gonzalez open for a three, and he got it. DeBose tried to recover, got his hand up, but not in time. And Gonzalez has his first points of the ball game. They're back up by 14, 45-31. 15:48 to go. DeBose to Lynch Daniels, down low to McKenzie. McKenzie cut off, but Ollie saves it to Bonds, out top to DeBose. Ian drives in, right side, goes up, and he's going to be fouled. I think it's going to out of the timeout. Stripe, 1 for 2 for Ollie Lynch Daniels, and Ty Dalton 2 for 2. And now Ian DeBose is 2 for 2. He'll check out after making those free throws, and Dalton will check in for him. Huskies go to some pressure in the backcourt on the inbounds play, and Oliver Lynch Daniels is right there with Vaughn Julian in the backcourt as they come up across. Julian goes to the left angle, out to Veal. Veal drives right, gonna swing around, go underneath, and he throws it away. Stolen away by Oliver Lynch Daniels, off on the run, 2-on-2. Ollie goes up, and the fans wanted to goal him, but the block swatted away and back the other way to Marlon Veal. A three from the corner won't go, and Dalton with the rebound. Huskies survive that look from Veal and bring it back up the floor. McKenzie to Bonds. The Huskies still with just one foul in the second half. Bonds to the baseline, inbounds to Dalton. He feeds it down in the blocks to Hardt. Hardt has it tipped and stolen away by Julian. Off on the run, and he's stripped by Dalton. Good defensive play. Bonds back the... And Bonds' free throw is good. Cuts it down to 9. 45-36, 14-36. Bonds with a steal, and he goes up and in for 2. Braxton Bonds.
To the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
At halftime, the Huskies had committed 12 turnovers. They've just committed 1 here since a half, and they forced 5. We're even up in the turnover column now at 13 apiece. Bonds trying to pick off another one there, but Beals is going to check back in for Ty Brewer. And Julian on the baseline gets it in to Jop, and Jop is going to... McKenzie and Bonds in the backcourt will bring it up. Bonds with the dribble, picked up by Veal, way out top. Angles right. Hardt pops out high to take the feed, gets it left side to McKenzie. Phil back out top to Ty Dalton. Dalton looks right, going to dribble down. Stop in the paint. Tried to feed it. 45-38, still a 7-point game. Huskies trailed by 14 at halftime. Julian dribbles it up, picked up by Oliver Lynch Daniels. Looks to Veal. Veal feeds it down low to Greenwood. Tries to turn it around on Hardt and take a little bit more off the top. As they bring it up, Bonds will do the honors. Picked up by Veal. Goes to Dalton. Dalton dribbles out to the middle. Beyond the arc, he'll go right side to Bonds. Into the corner to Lynch Daniels. They feed it down to Hardt. Back to the basket on Jop. He's going to try to go in. Leave it out top for Bonds. Swing it to Dalton. A three. Short. And the Huskies just not finding the range from the three-point line tonight. Still just 1 for 8 in this ball game. One made three-pointer. 45-38, under 13 to go. Huskies bring out a trap on Veal. They Southeastern is perfect from the line tonight. They are 8 for 8 from the free throw line. Yoloko and McKenzie check out. Jackson Stent and Ed Hardt check in for the Huskies. Second free throw, there's the first miss of the ball game for the Lions. They go to the pressure in the backcourt. The Huskies try to break it. Stent lost it, tipped to the bench. 51-41, Huskies trailing by 10. Zosuji gets it inbounds to DeBose. He gets a screen from Ed Hardt, going to put up a three from the top of the arc. Second three of the ball game. Ian's got 11 now, and it's 51-44. Osuji picks up Veal. Veal leaves it for Julian. Osuji switches off on Julian. Give it to Brown. Back out top to Von Julian. He'll find Veal again. And DeBose picks him up now. Veal goes by, tries to get it to Brooks. Still plenty of time in this ball game. The Huskies down by just. The Dogs have struggled tonight. They're still in this ball game. Second free throw is good. It's 52-44. And DeBose to the back line, gets it inbounds to Dalton. Right back to DeBose, and he'll get it up ahead to Ed Hardt. And Hardt has it tipped away by Veal from behind. And you saw that one coming. The little man snuck under Ed and took it away. Lions with the basketball off the turnover. Field dribbles to the middle. Huskies switching defense now. Julian to the baseline, kick it out to Brown, swing it out to Veal for a three. It's going to be good. Marlon Veal with another tray. He's got 23, and we're down to 10 minutes to go. Here's a ball tipped in the backcourt and stolen away by Brewer. To Julian and blocked on the shot by Brown by DeBose. Ian with the block. Stent back the other way. Back out top to Ian. Ian fires a three from the top of the arc. Back-to-back trays for Ian, and let's hope he's starting to heat it up. He's got 14 now. It's 55-47. Huskies trying to stay within striking distance here. Brown out to Veal. Veal drives in, going to leave it on the baseline for Brewer, and he'll jam it down through with the two-hander. Takes him back up to a 10-point lead. Sometimes in that trapping defense, in the half-court trap, you can get caught in a mismatch down low, and that's what happened to the Huskies. Outnumbered, and Brewer got the dunk. Osuji dribbles to the right, leave it out top for Dalton, swinging around DeBose. He dribbles in, tries to feed it into the paint, and Hardt saves it, and he's going to put it up and float it in. Ed with the bucket. Huskies with a break there as the ball floated around after the tip. And it came up in the hands of Big Ed, and he got the bucket. Hardt now with 15 points to recapture the scoring lead for the Huskies. Veal into the paint, going to lob it down low to Brewer. Brewer backs down on Osuji. Braxton Bonds checks back in. Ty Dalton will check out. Bonds, DeBose, Osuji, Stent, and Hardt, the five on the floor. Ian takes the feed right, or check it left side. Swing it around to Bonds. He's on the right side angle. Out beyond the arc. Stent into the corner to Bose. He's going to take one dribble, pop a three, and he gets the bounce. Hit the iron straight up and down through, and the Huskies are to within 5, 57-52, with 7:58 to go in the ball game. Out top, the rest of the way, and Veal goes to an empty line clock for about the last 5 minutes. Greenwood, Gonzalez, Julian have the basketball, down by 4 and a chance to cut it down a little more. 7:48 to go. Osuji out top to Hardt. Ed looks right, going to dribble that way, give it off to McKenzie. Phil goes out top to Ian. DeBose left side to Bonds. Suji in the corner, back out top to DeBose. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Ian's going to feed it to Hardt. Hardt will back down on Greenwood. Tries to go up. He misses everything. Bonds saves it. And it's going to be controlled, though, by Job. Bonds tried to get a little fadeaway floater on the putback, and it missed everything, and Job comes out with it. 7:13 to go. 57-53. Veal picked up by Bonds in the circle. Goes inside. Two more to come here, and the first one is short. It was a 1-and-1, excuse me. Not a shooting foul, so he misses the front end, and the Huskies clear the glass. Still down by 4, 7 minutes to go now. DeBose screen from Hardt, takes it down, left elbow, back out to Bonds. He's got to look at a three. Too strong, the rebound tipped around. McKenzie can't save, 4-point game. One more free throw to come here, and he takes him up to a 6-point lead again. 59-53. Bonds will bring it up. 6:45 to go. Hardt with the screen back to the middle. Bonds still with the basketball. Finds Osuji right side. Looks for help, going to take it to the middle, into the paint, float it up, high off the window, and Suge with his first points of the ball game. High off the glass and down through the cords. It's back to 4, 6:24 to go. Beal will bring it up. Fans are starting to get into it here. The Huskies have whittled away at a 14-point halftime deficit. Julian directing traffic. Now he's trying to motion somebody out to help. Beal comes along, takes the handoff. Now he's going to be trapped out top. Beat it back to Julian left side, and we've got it. The Huskies will take it over with 5:58 left. Osuji, right side. Picked up by Gonzalez, and he feeds it to DeBose. Left angle to McKenzie. The first one free throw to come. And the second one is no good. Ed is now 6 of 8 at the free throw line tonight. Still with 16, the Huskies down by 3. 59-56. As Veal brings it up, marked by Bonds. Give it off to Julian, who angles back to the middle of the floor. Left side to Gonzalez. He finds Starwood at the key, and he puts up a jumper just left of the center of the free throw circle. And he gets it to go. Starwood now with his first points of the ball game. And it's a 5-point game as we roll down to the 5-minute mark. Here's a lob down low to Ed Hardt underneath. Tries to go at 16. Eternity left in this game. Second free throw is short again, though. Ed's missed 2 of his last 4. He's 7 of 10 now at the stripe. And the Huskies down by 4, under 5 to go. Julian with the dribble out top, gets it to Beal. Osuji into his grill, left side angle. Give it to Starwood and get it right back. Beal dribbles way out top. Going to try to go by. Now with 26 points in the game. And the second one rolls off the iron, won't go down. Hardt clears the glass. 5-point game as the Huskies bring it up. Bonds into the front court. Yo-Yo's out top, goes left angle to Osuji. He finds DuBose out high. Middle of the floor, they go back left side. Osuji looks inside. He's going to get a screen from Hardt, take it to the middle. Kick it back, left angle to Bonds. Down to 5 on the shot clock, down low into Hardt. Hardt's going to... Possession will go back to the Lions of Southeastern Louisiana. Gets it to Veal. Veal will bring it up. Bonds with him in the backcourt as they come across the stripe. Screen from Greenwood. He tried to give and go. A roll to the basket. Veal doesn't find him. He yo-yos out top. Talks to his coach on the bench. Now he's going to put up a 3 himself off the mark, and Osuji will get the rebound. Not a high percentage shot that time by Veal. And the Huskies bring it back up. Still down by 5. 62-57. DuBose picked up by Marlon Veal. He's going to get a screen from Hardt. Double team now. Bounce pass on the baseline to as we come back out of the timeout at Sharp Gym. The Huskies trail by 5. They've got the basketball. Inbounds to DuBose. He'll go out top to Osuji. And Suge will find Bonds. Down to 6 on the shot clock. Give it off to DuBose. Going to take a dribble, and he's going to be tied up by Starr without much of an opportunity to get a look. DuBose was trying to go to the middle for a better look, and a 3 from the top of the arc. Starwood just came over and tied him up and gets the ball back for the Lions. Julian with the dribble, takes it down. Osuji stays with him, right angle. Screen from Starwood as they go back out top to Veal. Veal picked up by Bonds. Dribbles between the legs, going to drive down, dish it on the baseline to Greenwood, and he's got an easy layup and in for 2. Greenwood now with 11 points. Here's Bonds back the other way. He's not going to be able to bench right now. Braxton Bonds, the Husky on the floor with the most fouls. He's got 3. Well, check it. Ed Hardt now has 3 as well. Pressure in the backcourt and long outlet up ahead. Now you need some points just about every possession, and you need to have a few on the opposite end that don't end up that way. Hardt holds it up out high. Gets it to Dalton. Dalton back to Hardt. Ed's going to put it on the floor. Leave it for Osuji. Still time on the shot clock as Suge drives in through traffic. Puts it right. Second one is good as well. Perfect free throws from Osuji. He's got 4. The Huskies down by 5. 64-59. Marlon Veal trapped in the backcourt. Gets it to Julian. He brings it up across the midcourt line. Leave it for Job. They go cross-court left side to Gonzalez. Trying to eat up some clock here. Gonzalez dribbles and feeds it off to Julian. Julian picked up by DuBose. Down to 9 on the shot clock. Julian between the legs. Takes it in on Dalton. Floats it up high off the window. And somehow that found the bottom of the cords. Here's DuBose going to try to answer with a 3. And he got it. 1:34 exactly to go, and the Huskies going to apply some full-court pressure. Stolen away by Bonds on the inbounds pass. Picked the pocket of Julian, and now gets it off to DuBose. Feed it down low to Hardt. Hardt off the window for 2. It's a 2-point game with 1:20 to go. Now pressure in the backcourt. And free throws here for Julian. Trying to influence the free throw. Julian's second one is good. It's a 3-point game. 67-64. 75 seconds to go. Bonds across the timeline to Osuji, left side angle. Take it back to the middle. Drives in, going to float it up off the glass and down through for 2. Osuji with another clutch bucket. It's a 1-point game, 1 minute to go. 67-66. And almost a double dribble. No call there. They say the ball was tipped in the backcourt. Almost a steal from Veal. The Huskies trying to play some trapping defense. As Dalton comes out to help on Veal. Almost a steal, and it is taken away by DuBose. 38 seconds to go, and the Huskies will bring it up with a chance to take the lead. Ian to the right angle, feeds it to Dalton. He'll drive into the middle, turn around in the paint, float it up, short, rebound tip to Ed Hardt, and they're going to keep it below that. Greenwood's first one, second free throw is good as well, and we got a timeout called. Huskies will talk it over. 69-66. And we'll see what Coach Cottrell draws up here. Will they attempt to hold it for the last shot and attempt to tie or go home? Or are they going to press the action and then try to draw back on defense? We will see. Still 27 seconds left, and you could see either scenario here. If they put up a 3, you know they're going to want to leave themselves at least enough time for a rebound and to get it back out on the edge again for another 3-point attempt. We'll see what's in the cards here. The Huskies have already played 3 overtime games this season. Right now, all things considered, you wouldn't mind seeing a 4th. 66-69. They will have DuBose with 21 points out there. Edward Hardt. Braxton Bonds, Ty Dalton, and Stephen Osuji, the 5 on the floor. They're going to have to inbound it from the back line, so they'll have to get it all the way up into the forecourt. And DuBose will get it into Bonds and get it right back. Pressured in the backcourt. Ian gets it over to Bonds, and Bonds will get it up with 17 seconds to go. Leaves it for Osuji. Suge thought about a 3, still with the dribble. Bounce pass down low to Hardt. Hardt puts it up off the glass, won't go. Dalton.